Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 25% AHA plus 2% BHA Exfoliant Peel, which is a rinse-off exfoliating acid mask that can be used once per week in your evening skincare routine or less often. And it can help you to gently loosen the dead skin cells from the skin surface, which then can help you to improve dullness, textured skin, fine lines and wrinkles, and can help you to unclog your pores when suffering from this as well. And so this exfoliating acid mask is suitable for all skin types, except if you have sensitive or compromised skin, such as a damaged skin barrier. Please do not use them if you have such skin conditions, because this can lead to burning or stinging on the skin. However, if that's not the case for you, then you're fine to use Paula's Choice Exfoliating Acid Mask. And so at first I do want to share with you some example skincare routines in PowerPoint slides, so that you can not only see the order of application, but with what you can combine it and what you have to avoid when setting up your skincare routine. And then I want to share with you the application on my face as well, so that you can see it visually when trying this out at home. So I want to get started with the example skincare routines, which, by the way, if you find them helpful, you can download them in the description box down below and use it as a guide or go over it in your own time again. Now, you can keep the routine very simple or basically adjust it accordingly to your skin type and needs. And I want to go over it step by step. So when using the exfoliating acid mask in your evening skincare routine, you're going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face using a suitable and gentle cleanser for your skin type and needs. Please make sure that you're choosing a gentle cleanser and do not use an exfoliating acid cleanser in the same routine when using the exfoliating acid mask. And so you may just want to use your daily gentle cleanser, or you may want to do a double cleanse in case you have worn stubborn sunscreen and or makeup to make sure that everything comes off, that you then will end up with a freshly washed and clean face. So once you have cleansed your face, yes, you have rinsed it off, then go ahead and pat the skin dry. And then if you like to, you can wait a couple of minutes in between so that the skin can fully dry, and then apply the exfoliating acid mask on dry skin all over your face, maybe your neck as well, depending on your skin needs. And then you're going to leave it on the skin for about 10 minutes, and then you're going to rinse it off with water only and pat the skin dry. Now, depending on your skin type and needs, you can just leave it as it is and basically use the exfoliating acid peel and then stop right there after you have rinsed it off and pat the skin dry. Then this is how simple you can keep it. However, if you feel like, well, you want to use other skincare products afterwards, then it is fine to do so. However, this is now where you have to be aware of certain combinations, because depending on what products you may have at home, it can lead to more sensitivity or irritation when combining it, since you now have already used a stronger exfoliating acid mask, which you just have rinsed off, and your skin is a bit more, not really sensitive to it, but depending on what combinations, it can become more sensitive. And this is now where you have to be aware of your, with what you're going to follow it afterwards. So if you want to use, after you have rinsed off the mask, for example, a toner, it's fine to use a toner afterwards. However, please make sure to only use an hydrating and soothing toner. Please do not use an exfoliating acid toner. Please stay away from BHA toners, salicylic acid toners or liquids, or glycolic acid toners, or lactic acid or mandelic acid. So please do not use such so-called toners, liquids or exfoliating acid serums after you have done the peel, because again, it can lead to sensitivity. But an hydrating and soothing toner is fine. Then after that, you can go ahead and follow with other serums and treatments if you like to, which of course is very individual. If you do so, please do not use any strong retinol treatments or serums after you have done the peel. So please do not use, for example, Paula's Choice Clinical retinol products. They're 0.31 or they're 1%, because those are quite intense, which can lead to sensitivity and irritation. Same would apply to the ordinary retinols or any other retinol product where you mainly can see a percentage that's being used, so that you're not going to use it in the same routine to avoid sensitivity or irritation. Use your retinol product in your evening skincare routine when not using the exfoliating acid peel to avoid this. The same would apply to strong vitamin C products. And so I'm not talking about vitamin C derivatives, that's completely fine to use afterwards. However, I'm talking about vitamin C, like ascorbic acid, the pure form of vitamin C products, especially if they include more than 15% of it, such as the ordinary vitamin C suspensions, the Inkie's List vitamin C serum, the 30% one, or for example from Timeless, the 20% one. If you have such strong vitamin C products at home, please use it on a different day when not using the exfoliating acid peel, because again it can lead to sensitivity or irritation. So my best advice would be, when using other serums afterwards, to keep it very simple and just basically add hydration afterwards. You may be fine to use, for example, alpha-butene or niacinamide afterwards, but again, the simpler you're going to keep it, the less likely you're going to come across any sensitivity. And so therefore my best advice would be, use a hydrating and soothing toner if you like to, use a hydrating serum if you like to, and then after that follow with a moisturizer if you should feel the need. Of course, your toner, your serums or treatments, and your moisturizer, those are all optional steps which you need to adjust accordingly to your skin type and needs. And so there you have an example of what you have to be aware of and with what you can follow it afterwards. Now you also need to be aware of that when using the exfoliating acid mask, that one can make your skin sensitive to the sun. So in the evening there's no sun protection needed. However, the next day when waking up, and let's say you're going to do your usual skincare routine, then please do not forget to follow with either a moisturizer that already contains SPF, or follow with a regular sunscreen to protect the skin during daytime when being exposed to the sun, since we have used a strong exfoliating acid mask the evening before. And so this is like an example routine and setup that you can keep in mind. Again, you can download it in the description box down below if you want to go over it in your own time again and basically read the little details as well. For now, I do want to go ahead and start with the actual application. So again, as already mentioned, start off by washing your face using a gentle and suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. I'm going to use Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Cleanser, which is a gentle one and it's suitable for all skin types. This is just an example. If you have a different one at home, go ahead and use that one. Just make sure that it does not dry out your skin nor irritates your skin when using it. And read the directions on the back of the packaging on how you should use your cleanser. Do you have to apply it on dry skin or on wet skin, which can change depending on the cleanser that you're using. Now in this case, I have to wet my face at first. So I'm going to get started with wetting my face, neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water, and then I'm using a bit of the Jelly Joker cleanser and then massaging it all over my face and neck to cleanse my face. So let's go ahead and do this. So now use about a coin size amount, or about 1 to 2 pumps of your cleanser. About that much, more or less. And then massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. And please make sure to read all the directions if you can use it around the eyes or if you should avoid it. So, and once you have massaged your cleanser all over your face and neck, you now can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. Now you can just rinse it off with your hands only if that's fine for you and you can get everything off. However, if you should have troubles, I always recommend using a fresh and soft washcloth in between, which can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better. So and now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. So now once you have washed your face, you have pat the skin dry, you now can either continue already with applying the mask, or you may just want to give it 1 to 2 minutes a bit longer in between so that your skin can fully dry. However, when applying now the mask onto your dry skin, what's important to do is, please, when applying it on your face mainly, do not use it on top of your eyelids. Please do not get it into your eyes. And if you know that you have a sensitive eye area, you also want to avoid this part right here. Basically, do not bring it too close to the actual lower lash line, like under the eyes or corner of the eyes, because those are usually areas that can be a bit more sensitive. And the same would apply when it comes to the actual lip. Please do not use it on top of your lips, do not get it into your mouth, and please be careful around the lip itself, because sometimes this can also be a bit more of a sensitive area. And the same that applies to the corner of the nose. This is a part where for some people, including me, this can be a bit more sensitive from time to time, or maybe for some people all the time. Then please do not get the exfoliating acid mask too close to the actual corners of your nose as well, because then it can lead to stinging or burning, which is very uncomfortable. So just because you know that a small area may be a bit more sensitive, you can avoid that area, but this doesn't mean that you cannot use the mask. So for me, for example, I have this issue mainly, and so I'm being a bit more careful when I'm getting it right here to avoid this part, but I can use it all over the rest of my face as well. So I do want to emphasize this as well when working with the mask. And so when applying it, you can either use your fingers for it and apply it evenly all over, or you may find it a bit more convenient to use a fresh and clean brush and apply it with the brush. So whatever method works the best for you is completely fine to do so. Just make sure that your hands are clean, and the same would apply to the brush. And so when using it only for your face, you probably need to use about a coin size amount. I'm giving you now a general guide, which of course depends on the size of your face and if you want to use it on your neck as well. So if you want to blend it further down to your neck, maybe décolletage, because it can have its benefits for those areas as well, then you need to use more product. Just make sure that you're not going to completely overdo it. You should be able to have a light layer all over so that you can cover the entire area that you want to treat. And this is basically it. You do not need to have such a thick layer of it. So just go ahead and basically experiment with the amount of product that you're going to use. Start off by using about a coin size amount, and if you feel like you want to use a bit more, then go ahead and use a bit more and then use it on the missing areas. For now, I'm going to keep my main focus on the face only. So I'm going to use about that much, more or less. And then I'm going to use it with my fingers, and I'm going to start applying it all over. So, and once you have evenly and thinly applied it where you also wanted to, then now you're going to leave it on the skin for 10 minutes and then you're going to rinse it off with just water. So now once the time is up, you now can go ahead and rinse it off with just water. And again, I recommend using lukewarm water to warm water so that it feels comfortable when rinsing it off. Now you can go ahead and rinse it off with your hands only. However, my best advice would be using a fresh and soft washcloth which you're going to wet and get most of the mask off and then rinse everything off again with water, because you should not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth when taking it off. So now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. Now once you have rinsed off the mask, you have pat the skin dry, then now you can stop right here. You do not have to continue with other skincare products, you just can leave it as it is. However, if you have a hydrating and soothing toner at home, if you have another treatment at home or your moisturizer that you want to use, then of course it is completely fine to continue with it, with keeping the conflicts so-called in mind. And so I'm going to use now as my next step after I have rinsed off the mask and hydrating and soothing toner. Make sure that it is suitable for your skin type and needs. I'm going to choose Paula's Choice Purely Natural Refreshing Toner, which is, for example, great for all skin types. And this is going to be the next step after you have rinsed off the mask. Now you can apply your toner if you have one at home, either with a cotton pad or dispense a bit of product in the palm of your hand. Now when using it on a cotton pad, you need to use a bit more. Make sure that it's like slightly damp so that you have enough product to blend it all over, but please make sure to not overdo it. Your cotton pad does not have to be completely wet, because then you will end up with too much product. However, when using it in the palm of your hand, use about a coin size amount, between 5 to 7 drops as a general guide if you can count the drops, so that you can use enough product for over your face and neck, but at the same time do not overdo it. About that much, more or less. And those are just some general guides to have an idea of where you can get started, and then evenly apply it all over your face and neck. So once you have applied your toner, you're going to leave it on the skin and there's no need to wash it off. Now, if you want to move on to the next step and including a serum or treatment in your skincare routine, again, my best advice would be to keep it simple, add hydration to the skin if you want to. Otherwise, again, if you have, for example, niacinamide at home or an alpha-butane, then it's fine to use this afterwards as well. And so I'm going to use the ordinary hyaluronic acid serum since I want to keep it simple and just add hydration to the skin, and I'm going to use between 2 to 3 drops. Depending on your hyaluronic acid serum, you may want to use a couple of drops more or use about 1 to 2 pumps depending on the dispenser, and then apply it evenly over your face and neck. So once you have applied your serum or treatment to the skin, then again, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And now if you like to, you can go ahead and follow with a moisturizer. Of course, this is optional. The toner step is optional as well. The serum and treatment step is optional as well. I just want to share with you in what order you would then move on. And so when using a moisturizer, make sure that it's suitable for your skin type and needs. If you feel like you have to use one, I'm going to use CeraVe's PM Moisturizing Lotion. I just used about 2 pumps of it. So use about a pea-size amount, more or less, depending on your skin type and the moisturizer that you're using, and then apply it evenly over your face and neck. So, and once you have applied your moisturizer all over, then this is going to be the last step in your evening skincare routine. Now again, in the evening there is no sunscreen needed. However, please do not forget to protect your skin with a moisturizer that already contains SPF or your regular sunscreen during daytime when being exposed to the sun, since we have used the exfoliating acid mask from Paula's Choice, which can make the skin sensitive to the sun. Therefore, sun protection during daytime is key. And so this is now how you can properly use Paula's Choice Exfoliant Peel and how you can continue with the rest of your skincare routine if you would like to. And there you have it. This is how you can do this step by step at home. Again, if you find example routines helpful, you can download them in the description box down below. And if you now wonder, well, how can I basically set up a skincare routine? You may want to look into more of Paula's Choice products or other skincare products. I have several skincare product videos and general guides on my channel well in playlists, and I'm going to add some of them at the end of this video so that you can see it properly and then keep on watching when setting up your own skincare routine at home. Now, if you enjoyed this video, if you find it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye!